up, everyone, and welcome to Political Nerds. I'm Steph the Alt Nerd, your nerdy political guide from Washington, D.C. to Westminster and beyond. Welcome to the third Red Alert broadcast, and this one is a very, very extra special one. And before I jump into it, of course, as I always have to say, I live in the UK. I've got two-tier Keir coming down on my backside, you know what I mean? Do your own research, come to your own conclusions, and as a disclaimer, I'm not inciting hatred to anyone or particular group, religion, etc. So, first and foremost, let's jump into it with this. Yes, how can we trigger an emergency general election and get rid of two-tier Keir and his Labour cronies? Well, this could potentially be a way to do this. There is a petition at the moment that is gaining a lot of steam over the last 24 hours. Call an immediate general election. We're already going towards 136,000 signatures, but guys, for this petition, as far as I'm concerned, to be treated seriously by the government, this needs to be in its millions for us to even have a chance of an emergency general election being triggered. Now, all snaps and claps goes to Nicola Cree, who created this petition in the first place. And so, guys, it's entirely up to you, of course. If you believe or if you want an emergency general election, then consider signing this petition. For those that are watching on YouTube live right now, the link to this petition is in the description bar below. It's also pinned at the top of the live chat. And for those watching on X, hey up guys, how's it going? I did put a link to this petition in the live chat on X. So, if you want an emergency general election triggered, this is potentially a chance for us to do it. And oh my goodness, yep, in a couple of seconds, we've already steamed past 136,000 and counting. And this is the thing, right? Why would we want an emergency general election in the first place? I think it's pretty obvious at this point. I mean, the borders, we don't have any borders. The illegal immigrants are freaking laughing at our borders. They don't even smash through. They're just getting through anyway. There are no borders. It's absolutely screwed. And I'm sick to my back teeth. Every single day, a new story about an illegal immigrant who thinks it's the best idea in the whole wide world to allegedly, or actually do it, rape little kids. I'm sick and tired of this. Aren't you guys? I know I am. And this is the thing, right? I'm also sick and tired of these illegal immigrant hotels that aren't as innocent as the government would make it out to be. Because thanks to that whistleblower a couple of weeks ago and more that are coming forward, it's an absolute cesspit of crime in these illegal immigrant hotels. We know that in some of these hotels, police are being called countless times to arrest these illegal immigrants. Deport, 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 right? I'm also sick and tired of illegal immigrants coming over to UK having the same mentality as these illegal immigrants. Saying when we're in the majority, we'll take control of Germany by force. Sharia law will replace German laws. If Germans oppose Sharia, they will be punished. I'm sorry, but if illegal immigrants are saying this in Germany, what do you think they're saying in Soft Touch UK right now? We know, I know, you guys know. Two-tier Keir freaking knows, but he's still letting us and letting this country slide into the freaking seventh circle of hell at this point. Now, I'm sick and tired of it, aren't you? I'm sick and tired, as I said, of the daily headlines coming out. This one, migrant tried to kidnap a little girl aged 10 whilst living in a 3-star taxpayer-funded asylum hotel in a leafy suburb. I'm sick and tired of these statistics. Sexual offences in London by nationality, Afghanistan, charge per 10,000, 74.17, Eritrea, 65.71, Algeria, 56.36, Somalia, 54.62, Sudan, 42.86. And for those that are turning round on the left, saying, oh, but, you know, the British, they commit sexual offences too. Well, duh. Of course they do. However, when you look at the statistics of it all, down at the bottom right there, 6.5 charged per 10,000. Afghanistan, 74.17 charged per 10,000. Of course, the British commit sexual offences as well, and they're monsters just as much. However, there is a large proportion, a bigger proportion, sexual offences being committed in this country by those that aren't British, by those that have come over here illegally, and we know that now thanks to the Keir report. We also have, you know, incidences like this that we're seeing on a daily basis. Illegal immigrants thinking that it's absolutely fine in the whole wide world to abuse us women in public. This right here, Tommy Robinson sharing this of a migrant spitting on a young woman. But guess what? When the police are called, who gets done for it? It's not the illegal immigrant that's literally attacked a British woman. No! It's the British woman herself that the police go for because of her offensive language in response. Do you know what? If an illegal immigrant freaking spat on me, you bet your backside I'm going to swear at him and defend myself verbally at the very least. But what the F you doing, you dick? How dare you attack me? How dare you feel you've got the right to attack me? But the police think it's the best idea in the whole wide world to punish the victim rather than the illegal immigrant. And I'm seeing way too many stories happening in this country where that's the case. Of course, the most disgusting one of all is the rape gangs. The monster's getting away with it, and the victim's getting charged. The victim's getting done. The victim's not even being recognised as victims. Some of them were called child prostitutes. And in the mainstream media, when it was reported a few years ago, I've seen it, haven't you? The articles, the headlines. 12-year-old caught pregnant by her lover or something along those lines. What freaking dimension am I living in right now? Where the mainstream media is characterising the abuse of a child committed by adult men towards this child, where the adult men are described in the media as the child's lovers. Right, so the monster that raped me when I was a child, he's my freaking lover? No, he is my abuser. He is my monster. I'm sick and tired. Mainstream media and the government completely whitewashing the whole lot and trying to play it down. I'm sick and tired of the media turning around and saying, man arrested for alleged rape, blah, blah, blah. No. It's illegal immigrant arrested for allegedly raping, blah, 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 blah. See, the media are in on it as well, right? As far as I'm concerned. They're in cahoots with the government as to the message that they're putting out there, as to what's happening to us. And the more these legal immigrants that come in, as far as I'm concerned, the more that we are in danger. And guys, the statistics do not lie. They don't lie. I'm not lying. The British are right at the bottom of 6.50 charge per 10,000. Afghanistan is right at the top of 74.17. Do your own research, come to your own conclusions. I'm not inciting hatred to anyone or particular group, religion, etc. These are the facts of the matter. This is the reality of the situation. Facts are facts. It's as simple as that. I'm sick and tired of this. And so, guys, if you want an emergency general election, if you believe it's the right thing to do, if you want to get rid of two-tier Keir and his freaking cronies, then this is potentially the way that we've got to do it. The problem is this. They, I fear, are going to ignore this petition at the moment because not enough have signed it. Yes, 100,000 and it triggers debate and a response, blah, 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 but it's going to be looked over and they're going to debate it, but nothing's going to come of it. However, I believe they can't ignore this petition if it's signed in its literal millions. We need this petition to go viral. We need this petition to peacefully, of course, whack the government round its head, wake them the hell up and be like, we can't ignore this. We have to trigger an immediate general election. We have definitely lost the faith of the British community, of British society. We need to trigger a general election. And the only way they're going to wake up and actually really do that is if this is signed in its millions. So, guys, if you are watching this right now, whether live or on the replay, okay, whether on YouTube or X, if you believe and if you want an emergency general election to be triggered, sign this petition. Of course, it's up to you, right? Entirely up to you. I'm just making you guys aware that this petition exists, letting you guys know where the link is, which if you're watching on YouTube, it's in the description bar below and it's pinned right at the top of the live chat. And if you're watching on X, I've put the link in the live chat there. And if you do sign it, share it as well. This needs to go viral, this petition. This needs to go far and wide. Because at the moment, as far as I'm concerned, this is the best chance we've got to trigger an emergency general election. Because I don't know about you, but I can't freaking suffer another 4 more years of two-tier Keir. Or anyone else that would replace him. Because I don't think two-tier Keir is going to last another 4 years. Not a chance. He's going to be ousted. The only thing is, we're not going to get any better because it's Labour. We need the whole lot of them out. They need to go. And we need to do it in a peaceful and legal way. This potentially is the way. But this petition, as far as I'm concerned, is only going to have a chance in hell and potentially work if it's shared and signed in its millions. It's as simple as that. And so this live stream that I'm doing right here is a little bit different. Okay, guys? If I just set something up, just give me a moment, guys. There we go. Sorry, one moment. It's just me. No one else in the background. I'm literally a zillion things at a moment doing this, all right? Anywho, this live stream is a little bit different, okay? Now, I've done these kind of streamathons before on my main channel, Steph the Alternate, and they've gone down quite well. So do you know what? I thought, why not do it here on Political Nerds? This live stream essentially now is the modern day equivalent of a telethon. So I'm going to be playing live my favourite game in the whole wide world as I'm getting it set up right now. And so here we go. My favourite game in the whole wide world is Zelda Ocarina of Time. Ta-da! And yeah, guys, we are going to kill some monsters on this game that I will affectionately name after your most hated politicians in the country right now. Of course, by me doing this, I am not encouraging or inciting any illegal or whatever violence towards them in any way, shape or form. It's a little bit of a joke kind of situation, renaming these monsters after your most hated politician, so please do treat it as that. But in the meantime, hopefully, as I'm playing this may encourage you guys to, if you choose to do so, of course, sign the petition if you believe it's the right thing to do. And in between this gameplay, I'm going to remind you guys why I believe an emergency general election needs to be triggered. You may see your favourite, most hated politicians in the country right now being beaten, such as Sadiq Khan, Angela Rayner, Rishi Sunak, Boris Johnson, Rachel Reeves, Jess Phillips, and of course, Keir may make a little bit of an entrance for us to destroy on this particular game. But again, let me be very, very clear on this. I'm just renaming them as a little bit of a joke kind of situation. By me renaming these monsters after your most hated politicians in the country right now, it is not me encouraging any violence in any way, shape or form to these politicians or anyone else in the political sphere of any party of any kind. So let me be very, very clear on that. Now that we've got the boring legal kind of jargon and what's it out of the way, yeah, let's have a play. And guys, in the meantime, I'm also going to pick out some of what you guys are saying in the live chat so we can have a little bit of a chatteroo as we go on. Such as Cool Cats 9 Lives says, sign it quickly and get people to do it now. They will block it once it goes up, like the last big petition. Yeah. It's yeah, definitely in that regard. I would say sign it quickly. Get this to the millions as soon as possible. And this is why I'm saying this petition needs to be in its millions, because, how do I put this? They can just block it if it's a couple 100,000, right? However, guys, as I just reframe my screen here, apologies. They can't ignore it and they can't block it if it's in the millions. Let's put it that way. There we go. Now that's looking better, right, guys? So, yeah. Let's see. It's going up by the second. Yes, it is. It really, really is. So, guys, share this petition far and wide. Sign it if you believe in the petition, of course. And yeah, let's really, with one voice, make the government know that we're not happy with them and we want to get rid. And we want a new party and we want new blood, new leadership that's actually going to turn this shit show around. It's as simple as that. Sandra Peacock signed and shared. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Do you know what? I'm going to put this count up here. There we go. So then it's not messing about with your messages here. Ta-da! There we go. The petition, previous petition was signed by over 3 million people. And as it reached 3 million, Starmer had it pulled down and banned. Yeah, but this is a thing, right? If he pulls down and bans this petition for an emergency general election, that ain't going to look good on him. He's gonna prove that he's a tyrant and that he's a dictator really then at that point, because he's ignoring the will of the people that he's supposed to serve, not the other way freaking round. So either way, we win. Do you see where I'm coming from there, guys? Let me just sort that out on the screen. There we go. All right. Head Mod Project Metal Music says signed and shared before started. Whoa, hey. Nice one, nice one. All right, guys. So with that being said, let's kick in with a little bit of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Like I said, for those that are watching, this live stream essentially is the modern day equivalent of a telethon. I'm going to be playing my my favourite game in the whole wide world, which is Zelda Ocarina of Time. And yeah, this is essentially just to promote this petition that's out at the moment. And if you agree with it, sign it and share the absolute hell out of it. Let's get this petition in the millions. So it hurts Keir Starmer if he even dares to ignore it or even ban it and take it down. Right? So yeah, let's destroy some monsters renamed after your most hated politicians in the country right now. But has anyone played this game before? I mean, I've played it a zillion times before because it's my favourite one and I never, ever, 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 ever get tired of this. I never do. Ever. Peter Smith says, hack 'em up, Steph! Oh yeah, we're going to get there. I need to find a sword first and a shield. And you know, like the really screwed up thing living in the UK is that we don't have the right to defend ourselves. So in other words, right, if someone broke into my house, you'd think, you'd have a right to defend yourself there, wouldn't you? Oh, no. No. If I wanted to defend myself, right, and hurt the burglar whilst defending myself, I get done, not the burglar. I'm the one that gets done. Yeah. This is the effed up world, the effed up country that we're living in at the moment. Thanks to two-tier Keir and the Conservative government, because let's not forget the Conservative government have got a lot to answer for in terms of the current state of where we're at the moment. Oh, there we go. Being hit with Keir Starmer's one remaining ball because the Ukrainian rent boys allegedly took the other one. Unknown though says break into my house and you'll leave in an ambulance regardless of the law. We should have the right to be able to defend ourselves and we don't. We don't. And this is a thing, right? As more illegal immigrants come in and we see more daily the headlines of what these illegal immigrants are doing, right, to us British women, you'd think it would be reasonable enough for us to be able to at least, you know, have a little bit of pepper spray on us or something. No. We can't even do that. No. And if an illegal immigrant came up to us and attacked us and we used pepper spray, we'll get done as well. We'd get done for it. How dare we defend ourselves? Instead, we should just let the illegal immigrant attack us, rape us, and everything else in between. And then whenever we try and get justice, we don't anyway. Because they're illegal immigrants and somehow a lot of them are getting away with it. It's disgusting. I'm sick and tired of it. And so, yeah, this is a streamathon right now for those that are tuning in to promote a current petition that's live at the moment, which is to call for an emergency general election to get rid of Keir Starmer, his Labour cronies, and get some new blood in. Oh, Private Jose B32, thank you so much for the £5 super chat saying you're an amazing woman. Thank you for everything you do. Well, thank you for your support. I really, really appreciate it. Fullwood Phantom says, love this girl. Do you know what? I love me too. You're not going to get any argument from me. I totally agree with you there, mate. Thank you. Craig Elwell says, use a small can of WD-40 as a self-defense spray. You see, they'll even get you on that as well. They'd even get you on that as well. Because at the end of the day, they'll just turn around and say, and they'll term it as, you had that WD-40 spray intending to attack someone else, rather than you had that WD-40 spray just in case you needed to defend yourself. You see where I'm coming from? The law's absolutely screwed up. And that's thanks to both the Labour government and the Conservative government, because they've got blood in their hands as well. Kemi Badenoch turning around and saying, oh, it's all disgraceful, this, that, and the other, blah, 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 two-tier Keir, blah, 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 blah. You know what? Her party was in power for over, 13 years. They have got much to blame with the current illegal immigration crisis we've got going on at the moment, as much as Labour. But they're trying to wash their hands of it and be like, oh, Labour are the bad guys, blah, 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 blah. Well, guess what? The Conservatives are as well. And the Conservatives can kiss my ass just as much as freaking two-tier Keir right now, as far as I'm concerned. Now, I've always said, right, I class myself as an existentialist. It's a philosophical theory. I transcribe by the one predominantly by Jean-Paul Sartre. And he's all about freedom. And what he turns around and he says, and I'm paraphrasing here, is that if you don't encroach on my freedom, in terms of freedom of speech, freedom for safety, or anything, right? Then you're Gucci. Everything's fine. Problem is this. At this point, the government, the illegal immigrants, they're encroaching on my freedoms to say what I want to say without inciting hatred to anyone or particular group, religion, etc. They're also encroaching on my freedoms to get out and about. Because right now, do you think I feel freaking safe walking around on my own in the UK? I don't think so. I don't think so. These illegal immigrants attacking anything that freaking walks at the moment, as far as I'm concerned. It's absolutely insane and it's disgusting. And so they're encroaching on my freedom to live peacefully and safely. Yeah, I've got something to say about that. No, I'm not letting that slide. They're also now trying to encroach on all our freedoms as far as I'm concerned in terms of the law. This whole Islamophobia thing that they're trying to get through, the definition for that. That, as far as I'm concerned, is to limit our free speech to be able to criticise Islam when we want to. This is a thing, no religion is above criticism, including Islam. Wake the frick up. We live in the UK, not in Afghanistan. We don't have Sharia law over here. Afghanistan does, and the rest of those places do. You want to live under Sharia law? Move there with my blessing. You want to live under British law? Come here legally and live here legally and peacefully within our own British law, then go nuts, go right ahead and contribute. Fine. But if not, piss off from back where you came from. It's as simple as that. I'm sick to my back teeth of the left trying to encroach on my freedom to live, my freedom to say what I want to say about the situation peacefully and ethically. And I'm sick to my back teeth of the left encroaching on my freedom to be able to live safely. And even when I want to defend myself, I'm the one that'll be done for it, not the other way around. Think about what Tommy Robinson's going through at the moment, right? Now, we don't have the full CCTV footage. I wonder why. But we've all seen it now, right? Tommy Robinson walking away from an alleged physical altercation with a guy on the floor, seemingly sparked out. Now, the assertion is that apparently Tommy Robinson smacked him one, right? But why? Well, Tommy Robinson's turning around and saying that he defended himself. Guess who was arrested and bailed? Tommy Robinson. Not the guy that he says allegedly attacked him and he had to defend himself. No, it was Tommy Robinson. He was the one that defended himself, but the police went after Tommy Robinson. And he's now trying to say that some of his social media posts are against the Online Safety Act, Communications Act and all that law. It's nuts. In the scenario that Tommy Robinson is saying, he's the victim. He defended himself, yet the police arrest him and not the guy that he says attacked him. This is why I'm saying they're taking away our freedom to be able to live safely in this country. They're taking away our freedom to be able to defend ourselves in this country. I'm sick and tired of this BS. Private Oz B32, thank you so much for that very, very generous super chat saying, I've signed the petition and I hope people have seen what Advance UK are doing. As Tommy has also signed up. Hopefully by the end of the year, we can get Liber out and their coke-filled goons, allegedly. Hopefully, yeah. Like, totally. But we do have a way to be able to do that potentially, and that is with this petition that I'm promoting right now as part of this whole Streamathon thing that I'm doing at the moment. This is a thing. They'll just ignore us in our, like, how do I put this? They'll ignore the petition if it's only like 100,000 or so, right? I say only 100,000, of course, it's a lot of people, right? Thing is, though, they can't ignore it if the petition is in its millions. And if Keir Starmer wants to ban and take down the petition, it looks worse for him. If he bans and takes down the petition that's been signed in its millions calling for a general election, at that point, he can then be accused of being a dictator then, as far as I'm concerned. Trying to hold on to power when his citizens that he's supposed to serve is turning around and saying, we don't want you anymore. See where I'm coming from there? I hope you guys do. I need to get some more Zelda money, otherwise known as rupees, to be able to get a sword before we can really start killing some monsters here. Some monsters that you may encounter on this game. Sadiq Khan, Angela Rayner, Tutia Keir himself, Rishi Sunak, Boris Johnson, Rachel Reeves, Jess Phillips. So, yeah. Oh, Kingdoms! Thank you so much for this. Respect, Steph. Thank you. Appreciate it. Nikki D says, love the channel. Keep it up, girl. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Oh, Steve Robinson. Zelda on the N64 was the bollocks. I know. I literally, I'm old enough. I played this when it first came out. And I've got some really, really good memories of playing this game because my brother, he now actually works in the game industry. He is a character designer. And I remember he had the N64. He always had the latest console. And when Zelda came out, it was like the game that my brother and I played like non-stop together. The one that we bonded over game-wise. And so, yeah, it's my favourite game in the whole wide world. Not only because it's the greatest game ever. I mean, let's be real here. This is Ocarina. But because of the memories that I've got playing this with my brother as well. It's pretty cool. Let's put it that way. Let's see if I can... Oh, there is one more in this shop here. Has anyone noticed the name of my character yet? Let me know in the live chat if you have done. Well, hey, I think we've got enough now to get the shield. And then we're ready to kill some political monsters. Yeah. My goodness, wow. We've just shot up to over 140,000 signatures on that petition. Keep it going, guys. Keep it going. There we go. Stephen Warriner says, they can ignore it and they will. They have done it several times already. Democracy is dead in the UK. This is the thing. We win even if they ignore it. Why? Because if this petition gets into its millions, then it's even worse that they ignore it then. Because then what they're doing is they're turning around and saying, all those millions of people that want an emergency general election, all those millions of people that don't have any faith in the current government, yeah, we're just going to ignore them and we're going to carry on. You know what that turns them into? Dictators. That's what that turns them into. So either way we win. Only if this petition, I believe, gets into the millions. So yeah. Dave McMahon says, get the Donald to sort out Starmer. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? Scotty John, Steph, have you played Grounded? Yeah, a few years ago now. I have done. The only problem is playing first person, I can't do. It messes my eyes and gives me major headaches for some reason. So it always has to be third party play. Basically what we're seeing right here, where the character's in front of you, if that makes sense. But yeah, anywho, let's get to the Great Deku Tree. All right, let's have a look. I just need to arm myself. Oh, there we go. Just need to arm myself with the shield now that I've got that. All right, here we go. Yeah, let me past me. I want to kill some political monsters. Let's go. Oh my goodness. Now you're talking. Crash Bandicoot, Spyro. I love those games. Dude, Donkey Kong, Star Fox. Oh my goodness. Kirby, Super Mario. Yeah. Pokemon, the red and blue, the OG Game Boy games. And then the yellow came in, of course. Yeah. There's a few. Oh my goodness. Matchbox Cars. I remember, I can't remember if it's called Matchbox Cars, something Matchbox. But it was a PC game that was released. And it's like these mini cars on like these big, massive, like giant courses. So much fun. So yeah, I am totally a retro gamer, I have to admit. Terry Bartlett, Rayman28 says, I can see it, Steph, and the Supreme Court can say what Starmer did is unlawful. Keep going, Steph. I'll be at the free speech event on September the 13th. I will be as well. I'm planning to go September the 13th, live stream and report on the ground. So if you don't want to miss a thing and you can't get to London, next best thing then is subscribe to Political Nerds here on YouTube, or follow me at Steph Alternerd on X. Now we're going to be encountering some monsters and yeah, a few little Rishi Sunaks here to start off with. Here we go. Ah! Let's destroy the Rishi monsters one by one. Here we go. Chop him in half! Woo! Die, die, die! Yes! All right. Okay, now we get to meet the Great Deku Tree. And now there's going to be a little bit of supposition, a little bit of the storyline coming through. Do you like my Zelda name? Although someone in the chat had a really better idea. I should have called him Rupert Lowe. Never mind. Missed a trick there, didn't I, guys? Oh, wow. 2 seconds ago, it was at 140. Now we're at 141. Come on, guys. This is a Streamathon. This is to promote the current petition that's going viral at the moment to essentially trigger an emergency general election. If you believe that's the right thing to do, then of course this petition is here for your consideration. You can consider signing it. The link is in the description bar below and pinned right at the top of the live chat if you're watching on YouTube. And if you're watching on X, I did put the link in the live chat there. Sign it, share it. Let's get this petition in the millions, so that either A, the government can't ignore it, or B, if they do, it's at their peril. Because if they ignore it, and if worse, they ban it and shut it down, then they've proven themselves at that point to be dictators. Because the will of the people at that point in their millions is confirming that we have no confidence in the government anymore. And if they ignore that, in our millions no less, that is definitely not a good look at all. Do you see where I'm coming from there? Either way, we win. And this is a massive opportunity to hopefully, fingers crossed, trigger a general election, an emergency one. I love this. Dean Evans 74. Rupert Lowe is Zelda whipping Parliament's ass. Yes! Yes! Oh, snaps and claps to Rupert Lowe, I'll tell you that right now. Okay, let's destroy some more political monsters. Who else do you think we're going to encounter? We saw a few Rishis there, but meh. They'll be destroyed soon enough. Ooh, what we're going to find here. Okay. The only thing that annoys the absolute shiz out of me when playing this game is Navi, I have to admit. It's like, dude, I've played this so many times before. I know what you're going to say off by heart. Just let me get through the game and play it. Thank you very nicely. Wow, we're nearly 142,000 signatures. Guys, keep it going, keep it going. Let's go, let's go, let's go. All right, we've got the dungeon map. Let's carry on. Yeah. All right. We're going to meet another political monster in a moment. Let's see who we're going to find here. Ah, Sadiq Khan! No! Come on, dude! There we go. Squeal for me, piggy, squeal! Tell me the clue. Go on. And you jump off a high cliff if you hold... yeah, okay, I already know that. Bye-bye. See, this is why I'm calling this dude Sadiq. Because, yeah, it's a lot of word salad. I already know this. Let me just, yeah. Word salad, convoluted. Let's just get on with it, right? Get to the point or freaking get out. All right, let's go. All right, here we are. And now, let's get the slingshot! So we can destroy even more political monsters! Woo-woo! Ah! Bear Thrills, you did it! Micro Machines! I knew it was called something like that. Yes, Micro Machines. So much fun, that game. I remember when I was a child, friend up the road, she had a PC and it was like a marvel in those days, right? Seeing a PC in action. Very, very rare for someone to have that. And it was like, how do I put this? It was a rare opportunity to be able to go into her house and play on her PC and play the Micro Machines. Yeah, it was a thing. Okay, let's get some of these on. Oh, here we go. There we go. All right. Get out. Let's get out. Oh my goodness, yeah! Pokemon Snap, dudes! That's cool. Nick H says, seriously, you should do a retro gaming channel or Twitch. Maybe. I've got a lot on my plate at the moment with Political Nerds, my main channel, Steph the Alter Nerd, and yeah, something else that's actually coming in the pipeline, hopefully. That is actually gaming. It is actually gaming, but it's on Kick. Stay tuned, guys. I'll let you know. Let's just see if there's anything in here. Ooh, yay. Deku seeds. Basically, more bullets to kill the political monsters with. Yes! Go. Wow, we're now at 142,500 signatures on the petition. Keep it going, guys. Thanks to Snork Y2K for the $10 super chat saying, within the last few months, Trump suggested that Canada should be part of the US. 5 provinces are now asking to be the US states. Maybe Trump should suggest that Wales be state 56. Maybe just the whole of the UK. Like, at this point, like, I'd be like, do you know what? America, adopt us, please. Adopt us, please. We're Gucci. We're Gucci. Oh, my goodness. How could I freaking forget Sonic the Hedgehog? Oh, my goodness. The free Sonic the Hedgehog game that came with the Sega Mega Drive. And then the other free game that came with it, which was like Alex. That kind of weird Alex game thing going on. Oh, yeah. So freaking cool, guys. Now, these spiders, what should we call these? Should we call these Jess Phillips? Yeah, let's call them Jess, guys. These monsters. We're killing them. Oh, there's another Jess going down. Woo-woo! All right, let's see. Here's another one right at the top. Try to be sneaky, not happening. Let's get her. Let's get her. Yes! There we go. And again, naming them after your most hated politicians in the country right now. It is not me inciting any hatred or any violence of any kind towards these people. I'm just doing it as a joke, guys. Let's be real. So, two-tier Keir and your Stasi social media police unit, you can piss off and kiss my ass. There we go. Here we are. Right. Let's light this up. Here we go. Now, Private Jose, B32, you've got a very, very good question here. Trump stopped illegal immigration in one night. Why can't we? Exactly. Poland, right? As soon as they get to the border. Oh, they're sent back soon enough. Greece, as soon as they land on their shores, they're being put in detention centres and being sent back. That's in the EU. We're out of the EU. Allegedly. Why can't we do the same thing? Don't even get me started on the freaking French. Yet again, a new video's going viral of the French Navy escorting a boat of illegal immigrants over to the UK. And another one, right, on audio, turning round and asking our border police to send back the 50, 60 life vests that they freaking gave to the illegal immigrants in the first place. The French, as far as I'm concerned, are enabling this crisis. They're enabling this crisis. It's as simple as that. It's a piss take, and we've given them $1 billion to stop these boats or to reduce them, and instead of stopping them, they're increasing. Again, Keir Starmer ain't freaking smashing the gangs. He's smashing nothing but freaking records, but in the worst way possible. All right. Oh, here we go. Another Sadiq. Yes. Go to hell. Here we are. Oh, Trippy_boxer_dog says someone needs to promote your channel on GB News. That would be a dream. It would. Hey, promotion like that would definitely be a dream. Absolutely. My goodness. Wow. Now we're past 143,000 signatures. Let's get it done, guys. Let's get it done. All right. Here's another Jess. See, even a gob, like that gob just matches hers in a way. The teeth and everything. Anywho, let's seek out some more political monsters to destroy. Here we go. Whee! There we go. Can you tell I've played this game before? Yeah. Right. There we are. Here we go, here we go. We've got a Sadiq. We've got a Sadiq. There we are. Sadiq the Squealer yet again. Here we go. Squeal for me piggy. Squeal. Yeah, I already know the order. 2, 3, and 1. Yeah, you are a traitor. Traitor to Londoners, traitor to Great Britain as a whole. That's why you, dear monster, are named Sadiq. Yo. Right. Yeah, I know there's a button in the water. I need to get down there and press it so I can get some more cool new shit to destroy even more political monsters with. I know. Do you know what? If someone actually developed an indie game with like inspired by your most hated politicians in the world and the country kind of situation, and you know, it was to destroy them, yeah, I would buy the shiz out of that game. Oh, crud. I've just completely butchered that. Ah! Yeah, let's just forget that that moment ever happened. Usually I get that done like first time. Ah, come on. Try to be too clever there. Not good. Let's dive again, press that button, and get onto that floating platform properly, right? Oh, and for those that might be interested in knowing why my face is a little bit redder than usual, yeah, I had a microneedle facial today. So, yeah, my face is a little bit redder than usual because of all the needles. But apparently it's to, you know, improve the texture of my face and make it all better, blah, 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 blah. I think it's doing something. It better do. It's freaking painful as hell without that numbing thing. I'll tell you that right now, the numbing cream that they put on your face. All right, here we go. We've got Jess here. Oh, no, she did not like that. Turning her back on us, as she likes to do, right, guys? Well, turn your back on us at your peril. Ta-da! Yeah, I know. I can push it. I can pull the block. I can do whatever the frick I want with the block, pretty much. Let's, here we go. Here we go. Come on, come on, come on! Here we are. Let's go. Wow, really? Gabby Warren says, I've still got the Sega Master System 1. Dude, respect! Appreciate that. I'm playing this from my Nintendo Switch. With the Nintendo Online service that they've got going on. Oh, here we go. Oh! Balls. Ah, yay, I got a heart. Sneak gun, just taking a little bit of a swipe from me. Yeah. Piss off, you cowbag. I live! Bye-bye! Oh, here we go. We've got Jess here. Bye-bye, bitch. Oh, Sarai, thank you so much. That's very, very kind of you. Appreciate your face there. Do you know what? Resident Evil. Okay. Never been much of a fan when it comes to Resident Evil, in all honesty. No, it just wasn't really a game of choice for me. It was more, you know, Sonic, Zelda, Super Mario, Star Fox. Yeah, we like those kind of games, really. The horror games, no, not so much. I've never really been into the horror genre of gaming, actually, come to think about it. Even though I love horror movies. Like, horror movies for me is like my comedy. I just laugh at them. I think they're so funny. Like, the gorier they are, the funnier they are to me. Because I just think it's absolutely ridiculous. You know, limbs flying about, heads being cut off, and all that. I just think it's funny. But yeah. Horror games? Never been into them that much. Surprisingly. I don't know why. I mean, a lot of them are first player rather than third, which is a problem for me because I can't play first player modes. They give me headaches and everything. It's not good. Alrighty. Yeah, okay, guys. So now we're going to be facing 3 Sadiqs. Here we go. You little shizbag. Here we go. All right. Here we go. Okay, so we are going to be battling one of the big bosses. This is the first big boss from Zelda Ocarina of Time. And, yes, I shall name the big boss for this one Angela Rayner. Here we go. We are now going to beat the political monster in this game. I am naming now Angela Rayner. Now, again, I have to be very clear on this. I'm not inciting any kind of hatred or violence, physical or otherwise, to anyone that I'm naming. I'm just naming them as a joke. That's all it is, okay? And I'm sorry I'm having to say that like a billion times, but with the state of the UK at the moment and them infringing on our free speech, even for jokes, yeah, we've got to be careful now, unfortunately. But here we go. Oh, look at Angie right there. Here we go. Let's go. Die, mofo, die. Here we go. Oh, you're not getting away that easily, cowbag. Not a freaking chance. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. There we are. Ah! Woo! Yes! Angela has been defeated! Woo-woo! Oh my goodness. And yeah, mental failure. We are approaching 145,000 signatures on this petition right now. And this is the whole point of this emergency red broadcast going on. Yeah. you guys need to know the existence of this petition, and if you agree with it, to sign it and share it. There we go. Davey's like, the spiders are better looking than Jess. Yeah. Alright, so whilst that is happening, I want to direct you guys to why I believe we should be signing this petition in the first place, you guys. So as that's going on, it's just a little bit of storytelling, what's going on, blah, 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 right? I'm sick to tired and my back teeth every single day seeing pictures like this of more illegal immigrants breaking into our country and then us laying out the red carpet for them, paying for absolutely everything. When we still have a cost of living crisis over here, people are having to choose between eating or heating their home. People are struggling with their bills. Council tax is going up. Yet the services that the council provide us are decreasing. So they're asking for more, but for less. It's absolutely insane. But these bozos break into our country. We give them the red carpet. We give them all the benefits in the world. They're housed in 3, 4, 5-star hotel accommodation. When our veterans are having to sleep on the streets, homeless. They also get free NHS. And priority as well in the NHS over us, the British citizens. I'm sick to my back teeth of it. I'm sick to my back teeth that we have borders and we're not enforcing them. I'm sick to my back teeth of the French taking the piss out of us. They've taken £1 billion from us to stop these boats. And instead of decreasing these boats, what's happening? They're increasing. There's pictures, there's videos of the French Navy escorting them across. Of the French Navy giving these illegal immigrants their life jackets and then having the cheek to ask border control for the life jackets back. I'm sick to my back teeth of it all. Every single boat should be turned around and escorted back to France. How is it that France is able to escort these boats to us, but we can't turn them around and escort them back to France? Piss off. Not a freaking chance am I standing for that, are you? I'm also not standing for day after day seeing videos and clips like this on X, right? Where illegal immigrants are, and I'm going to have to say allegedly here, caught out trying to hook up with our underage British children. I'm sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired of them turning around and saying, oh, well, I didn't know that was the UK law that was against the law in the UK. Or I'm sick and tired of them turning around and saying, well, Sharia law allows it. I don't give a shit about Sharia law. Because I don't live under Sharia law. We don't live under Sharia law in this country. We've got British law. That's the law that I'm concerned about. That's the law that I care about. And under our British law, anyone under the age of 16 that you mess with, guess what? That means you're a freaking pedo, mate. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. I'm sick and tired of story after story coming out now about what's actually going on in these illegal immigrant hotels. And if you're to believe the whistleblowers, which I do, they're a cesspit of crime. Drugs and knows what else is going on in there. It's disgusting. And that's on our dime. Our pound. We're paying for it. I'm sick and tired of seeing clips after clips, right? These illegal immigrants in other countries turning around and saying something like this, when we're in the majority, we'll take control of Germany by force. Sharia law will replace German laws. If Germans oppose Sharia, they will be punished. Guess what? If they're saying this in other European countries, right? Yeah, they're saying it over here as well. The difference is here in the UK, we got to take this shit more seriously because we are now considered to be the Western capital for Sharia courts in this country. We've got over 85 and counting. No disrespect, but if you've got a legal issue that needs to be sorted out, we have our own court system here. It's called the British justice system. Sharia courts should be banned, and I absolutely support Rupert Law and Restore Britain and their manifesto on this to ban Sharia courts. There's no need for them. We have our own court system. It's as simple as that. Sharia court, as far as I'm concerned, and as far as a lot of other people are concerned, it's a court system that is working in direct opposition to our own court system. There are stories that are coming out where Sharia courts are ruling for women that are suffering from domestic violence from their husbands to stay with their husbands. You think our own British courts would come to that same conclusion? No. It'd be the guy that would get done for domestic violence in the freaking first place. I'm sick to my back teeth. Illegal immigrants coming over here thinking that they can literally take over. No. I'm sick to my back teeth of day after day articles like this coming out. Another illegal immigrant trying to kidnap a little girl. Another illegal immigrant. Allegedly, I have to say allegedly here, right? Raping our children. Attacking us women. I'm sick and tired of it. And for those that are like, oh, well, that's racist because, you know, the English do it as well, blah, 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 blah. Well, yeah, of course. Let's not be stupid here. But when you come to the proportionality of who's doing what, the statistics, the data does not lie. It's not racist to turn round and think that the government is essentially importing illegal immigrants where many of them are turning out to be criminals and rapists. And thanks to Robert Jenrick, with what I reported on yesterday, some are freaking terrorists linked to ISIS and Al-Qaeda. Because here, the statistics, sexual offences in London by nationality, right at the top, you've got it there. Afghanistan, 74.17 charged per 10,000. Yeah, the British are criminals as well, and the British commit sexual offences. You'd be stupid to turn around and say that we don't. However, in comparison, 6.5 charged per 10,000. And that's after you go through people from Afghanistan, Eritrea, Algeria, Somalia, Sudan, Albania, Iraq, Iran. The list goes on and on and on and on and on. I'm sick to my back teeth of that. I'm sick of it. And so, this whole kind of streamathon that I'm doing right now is me turning around and letting you guys know that there's a petition out there. It's this one right here. And we have a chance, a possibility of being able to trigger an emergency general election, to turn around to the current government and say, we have no faith in you whatsoever. Our confidence in you is gone. Therefore, you need to go. The problem is this, right? Unless this petition gets into the millions, the government is going to ignore it. However, if it gets into the millions, right? The government can either ignore it or follow through with it. And if they follow through with it, brilliant, right? We win. If they ignore it, guess what? We also win as well. Because then what they're doing is they're denying millions of their citizens an emergency general election that they're calling for. As such, they're going against the will of the people. By going against the will of the people, guess what? They're then trying to cling on to power What does that remind you of? Dictators. They then show their true colours. So either way, as far as I'm concerned, we win with this petition. We need to get this into its millions for it to really have any effect. Therefore, if you do want an emergency general election and you have no confidence in the current Labour government, then consider signing this petition. And then once you sign it, share the frick out of it. Get it to your mum, your dad, your brother, your sister, your dog, your cat, your alpaca, your elephant, your lion, the whole freaking zoo. Share it out far and wide. But yeah, with that being said, let's get back to a little bit of the gameplay here with Zelda Ocarina of Time. And yeah, let's destroy some more political monsters in Hyrule. Let's get going. Oh, my goodness, Harkin. Thank you so much. That's very, very kind of you. Saying thanks for your stream, subbed and reposted the petition on X and signed it too. I salute you, Harkin. Thank you so much. Very, very kind of you to do that. Wow, we're now jumped over 146,600 signatures. Let's get it done, guys. Let's get it done. Crag, Steph, you always look fantastic. Thank you. That's very kind of you to say. But, you know, if anyone's kind of looking at me thinking, Steph looks a little bit redder than usual. Is she really angry? No. I just had a facial today, micro-needling. So, like, for the first 24 hours, I basically look as red as a beetroot. It's a thing. I'm trying to make it look fashionable. What do you guys think? Oh, wow. Hey, Steph York's last says signed, verified and shared. Woo-hoo! Who else has signed and shared this petition? Let me know in the live chat, guys. Peter Smith says Darkwood is meant to be a very good horror game, but I'm yet to play it. Never heard of it. But fair play. Data Simru 1701, and I've probably mispronounced that, I apologise, says, why do you need needles in your face if you don't mind me asking? You're already beautiful. Well, thank you very much. That's very kind of you to say. But I do suffer from acne and uneven texture and congestion. And so the microneedling helps with that. I also have hydrofacials as well that helps with it. So, yeah, without those facials, this would look much worse than it is right now. Let's be real here as far as I'm concerned. Oh. Right. Yes, the Great Deku Tree is dead. No, I didn't kill him, but you're going to blame me anyway because you're an absolute freaking moron. You lefty supporter moron, you. Exactly. Walk away. Because it's all supposition. None of your statements are based in any fact or reality whatsoever, just like the lefties. Way! All right. Let's escape this dump and let's get going to the wider world. Here we go. Third Fish says, Labour gets to choose what's debated in Parliament. They're not going to throw themselves out. How many arrivals today? Yeah, but again, it's a trap for them, really, in the grand scheme of things, is basically what I'm explaining here. If they go ahead and fulfill the wishes of the petition, fair play, we've got a general election, right? But if they don't, if they ignore it, if they take it down, they ban it, whatever, they're screwed. Why? Because if the petition then is signed in its millions, then they're literally ignoring millions of British citizens who are turning around and saying, we have no confidence in your government anymore and we want a new general election. At that point, ignoring millions of their own people, what are they at that point? The dictators, clinging on to power in spite of the millions of people out there that don't want them in power anymore. You see where I'm coming from there? So either way, as far as I'm concerned, this petition is a win-win situation. In other words, they're screwed either way. This is why I'm saying this petition is one of the most important petitions that's been going around. So important. And so if you agree with the petition, then consider signing it. And if you do sign it, then share the hell out of it. Hey, mic drop Lisa in the chat. Hey, up last saying these mofos need to go back to where they came from. Yeah. They do. They do. They're here illegally. It's as simple as that. Hence, they are illegal immigrants. Why the hell are we rolling out the red carpet for them? It makes zero sense. We should be turning them around, sending them back from where they came from. But the Labour government thought, you know what, let's scrap the Rwanda deal. What about our human rights? What about our rights to live safely in this country? What about our rights? The rights for our borders to be maintained. The rights for women not to be freaking raped or attacked by illegal immigrants. Or even children for that matter. What about the rights of children to not being raped and attacked by illegal immigrants? Come on! Government places so much emphasis on the human rights of illegal immigrants, they forget about our own human rights. I'm sick to the back teeth for that. They should be putting us first. We're here legally. We were born here. We are British. Through and through. We live by British law. We love our British culture and society. We don't want it replaced. We don't want it changed. We want it preserved, enhanced. We want to lose our British identity. What about our human rights? Yeah, these mofos need to go back to where they came from. Screw their human rights. Our human rights matter more as far as I'm concerned. They shouldn't be here in the first place, hence they are illegal immigrants. They broke into this country illegally. It's not freaking rocket science, guys. It really isn't. Ah, yeah, I've got it. There we go. Exactly. This petition essentially is a vote for no confidence. And Keir Starmer and his cronies ignore that to their peril. They ignore that, then they're definitely up to be called dictators at that point. They really are. Wow, we're spearheading towards 148,000. Keep it going, guys. Keep it going. Yeah, Nicholas Simon says, signed, now up, over 10K since I got here. Exactly. Exactly. All right. Okay. We've got some Skeletors here. Let's call these Rachel. To Rachel Reeves. But again, let me be very clear. I am not in any way, shape or form endorsing or encouraging violence to any of these politicians that I'm naming after monsters. I'm just using this as a little bit of a joke, guys. That's all right? Any violence against any politician in any way, shape or form is not acceptable in any way, shape or form. Is abhorrent, regardless of how much you dislike them. It's as simple as that. But I can joke around and pretend that they're monsters on this computer game. Come on, we need that thing to come down so I can get into the castle. Let's destroy some more Rachels. Piss off! Bitch. There we go. There's some more Rachels. We're going to see any more crop up from the ground. Rachel from accounts. Want to see any more of you? Nah, I think we're done. Woo! Moonchild says, signed, let's get this trash out. Peter Smith, I'm going off you a bit, Steph. I didn't know you had acne. My camera settings are amazing. Live according to Martin. My goodness, thank you so much for the £1.99 super chat. Turning around and saying, you bang on everything you're reporting lately. Thank you. I appreciate that. There's a video I did yesterday, actually, that I do encourage you guys to watch, kind of titled along the lines of, you guys need to know this. And essentially, for those that don't know, I've got a degree in international relations and security studies. Now, my dissertation was on the ethics and philosophy of international terrorism. So politics essentially is my academic wheelhouse, as is, you know, one of a better phrase, international terrorism as well. And so I'm very, very familiar of what's known as the Terrorist Act in the UK. And the Terrorist Act in the UK, amongst other things, dictates that it is absolutely illegal to finance in any way, shape or form terrorists or terrorist organisations. Now, with Robert Jenrick turning round and saying that all of a sudden some of these illegal immigrants that are coming in are posing as refugees but are actually, in fact, terrorists linked to ISIS and Al-Qaeda, means only one thing. That when they come into the UK and they get the hotels and the benefits and all that lot, that's from us. That's from taxpayer money. Problem is, that taxpayer money is going towards terrorists. And they know that they're terrorists. The government, the security services know of them. So our taxpayer funds are funding terrorists. To provide any funding in any way, shape or form to terrorists is illegal under the Terrorist Act, the Anti-Terrorism Act. Think about it. Not good. Not good. So live according to Martin, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Let's go Hyrule Market. And now, let's go to the castle. And I need to get an egg. I know that sounds really, really strange, right? But I do need to get an egg in this game to wake up a dude who's in the way. So I need to go back out and go back in. And then there should be a little girl just where the vines are that I'm going to be climbing up in a minute. Here we go. Oh, firstly, the freaking owl. Yeah, piss off, dude. I know this. Yeah, of course I'm not going to get caught by the guards. Watch me, I'm going to get caught by the guards now. Famous freaking last words, right? Wow, we've just blown past 148,000 signatures. Let's get it going, guys. Nice one. I don't want to hear this again. We're fine. Goodbye. Yeah, I know I'm smart. I've played this a zillion times, but I love it, so it's all good. Right. Yes, they are different. Oh, no, I'm not from around here. Kind of. Yeah. You see, this dude, right, that I'm playing, he's not from around there, right? But guess what? He's coming to help, to contribute to society, to actually save Hyrule. What do you think these illegal immigrants are doing? Not that. All right, here we go. Here we go. I know this route off by heart, but I love it so much. There we go. Let's break into the castle like the illegal immigrants break into UK. The only difference is I don't need a freaking boat to do it. Ah! Okay. Now, let me get the egg on. Oh, balls. I forgot the egg. I forgot the egg. I actually forgot the egg. I forgot to get the egg from her. Oh, my goodness. It's me just chatting to you guys. I'm forgetting the order of this game. Ah! All right. Let's go back. Let's get caught by the guard. They'll kick me out. This will be a shortcut for you guys. Here we go. When things go wrong. Famous last words indeed. I did eventually get kicked out by the guard, didn't I? Here we go. Let's go back to that lass. I need that egg. Just come from the castle, but I'm going back in, so yeah, lass. Give me the egg. Yeah. Give me the egg. The egg. The egg. The egg. We're nearing 249,000 signatures, guys. Let's keep it going. Here we go. Let's go back into castle. Yeah. All right. Now, I do need to... Here we go. So we can incubate the egg and get it hatched. Then it's going to wake up a little bit of a sleepyhead that's in the way of me breaking into castle. And for those that have just tuned in thinking, what the hell am I watching on Political Nerds? Hey up. Hi. This is a streamathon. Like a telethon, but it's live on the internet and it's a stream, so it's a streamathon. And this stream, its main kind of purpose is to make you guys aware that there is a very important petition at the moment that's live. And if you agree with it, sign it and share it far and wide. And this petition essentially is to call for an emergency general election. It is as far as I'm concerned, the best chance that we've got yet of getting rid of two-tier Keir. The thing is, whatever happens with this petition, we win either way. Because the first option is that the government accepts our position and calls for an emergency general election. Okay. You think they're going to do that? There's a chance. Now, the other scenario is that they don't. They ignore the petition. Worse still, they take it down and ban the petition. If they do that, then we still win. Why? Because then at that point, it proves that Keir Starmer and his government are dictators because they've gone against so many of their own people who are turning around and saying, we have no confidence in your government and your leadership, and we want new leadership. And when a government turns round and ignores their people when they say that, and worse still, tells us all to piss off, then what are they then called? What are they then doing? They're dictators at that point. But this will only work, as far as I'm concerned, if this petition gets into the millions. Because then it's the government ignoring millions of their own people calling for an emergency general election. It's the government going against millions of people turning around and saying, yeah, you may not have any confidence in us, in your millions, but you know what? We're still going to carry on and hold on to power nonetheless. Again, when you lose the confidence of millions of people, yet you still cling on to power, as far as I'm concerned, you're a dictator at that point. So either the government goes ahead and calls the emergency general election, or they don't. And at that point, so long as the petition is in its millions, and that's the only way it's going to work as far as I'm concerned, they then expose themselves as being dictators. See how this petition is extremely important and why it's a win-win for us? But again, this petition has to be in its millions for it to work as far as I'm concerned. So for all those that are turning around and saying, well, they're just going to ignore it anyway. Yeah, that's good for us as well, really, in the grand scheme of things, guys. It really, really is. But again, it only works if this petition gets into the millions. And it needs to. It really, really does. We get the petition viral, get the mainstream media reporting on it. Oh, my goodness. The government then ignores it at their peril, quite literally. Keir Starmer ignores it at his peril. Yeah, Trevor Higgs says to make this work, we'll need around 7 million voters. We need it in its millions. We need this thing to go viral. We need every Brexiteer to sign it, essentially, because Keir Starmer, amongst other things, is reversing Brexit. We see it before our very eyes. He's reversing Brexit one by one. We're going back into the EU in the back door, which, if the rumours are to be believed, Keir Starmer likes it through the back door. Just speak to the alleged Ukrainian rent boys on that one. Anywho, it's not just illegal immigration that we've got a problem with when it comes to Keir Starmer and his handling of this whole country. There's other things as well. Rachel Reeves and her disastrous freaking budget. Taxing the rich to high hell, which, of course, yeah, tax the rich. But don't tax them to the point where they're then upping sticks and buggering off to another country, because then at that point, we've lost money. The tax that they would have paid here, they're not paying anymore. And so we lose all that. And so then what happens? Rachel Reeves has to up taxes again, and guess who has to pay through the nose? Us lot. Which is exactly what's happening now. In her next budget, it's already been said she's going to raise taxes again. Oh, and instead of there now being a 20 billion black hole, there's now a 50 billion black hole. Rachel from accounts is a freaking joke, I tell you that right now. You see, it's not just that we've got a problem with. Rape gangs. We've got a problem with that, with the government's handling on that. Not only Labour, but Conservative as well. Let's be real on this. Councils. Upping council tax, yet decreasing their services. So in other words, they're asking for more money, but giving us less in return. Usually when it comes to a service, if they ask for more money, it's because they're giving you an added service on top. So it's you're getting value for the extra money that they're asking from you. You know what I mean? But instead, some councils, they've increased council tax by freaking 10%, yet they're reducing, damn, I went at the wrong time. They're asking for like 10% increase, yet they're reducing the services that they're giving to us. In some instances, eradicating services that you used to give us. They're asking for more, but giving us less. I'm sorry, it's all a joke. It all needs to be gutted out. It really, really does. Why am I missing this bit? I know why. Here we go. There we are. Okay, let me just get through this bit. Because if I try and rant and play at the same time, I'm going to fall off this little beam, and I don't want to do that. I want to get to Zelda! Princess, which, by the way, a lot of people think that the character that I'm playing right now is Zelda. It's not. Technically, the character's name is Link, even though I've renamed him as Keir Sucks. I would have said Keir Sucks Balls, but there wasn't enough space for the balls bit. Anywho, yeah, no, that green little dude there that I'm playing, he's called Link. The person that we're going to meet in a moment, that's Zelda. Here we go. James Siggins asks, when was this petition set up? In the last 24 hours. In the last 24 hours, this petition was set up. Give me a moment. I'm going to just... Much better. There we are. Oh, I timed that just right. Here we are. Let's go meet Zelda, shall we? Peter Smith says, I miss the glasses, Steph. I love you with them. Yeah, the glasses that I wear, I don't actually need glasses. The glasses that I wear on screen that you see me in, they're blue light glasses. Because I'm in front of screens a lot because of what I do for a living here on YouTube, the glasses protect my eyes from the blue light. The only reason why I'm not wearing them today is because I've had a microneedling facial. So my face is a little bit sore at the moment. And so wearing glasses would just not be the best idea in the whole wide world. So, yeah, the glasses will be back tomorrow, hopefully. There we go. I got past the guards pretty easily, lass. You need to sack them and get some new guards, just like we need to sack and get a new government in. Of course, legally and peacefully sack our government by, if you choose to do so, signing this petition, all right? To call for an emergency general election. If you want that, then for those that are watching on YouTube, the link is in the description bar below and pinned right at the top of the live chat. And if you're watching on X, I did put the link in the live chat. So there we go. Carafos, I've signed it. Do I get a free phone? LOL. Well, do you know what? Sometimes if you don't ask, you don't get, right, guys? Wow, we've just blazed past 150,000 signatures. Keep it going, guys. Keep it going. Cross white. Wow. You couldn't have timed this any better, mate, this comment. The signatures are increasing almost as quickly as the number of migrants entering this country. You guys have a wicked sense of humour, I'll tell you that much. But price of fish. Oh, Butcher says, been loving your content. Bloody good show. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you really to everyone that supported me over here on Political Nerds. You guys are freaking amazing. I've only started uploading content on this channel for just over 7 months now. And already we're over like 43,000 political nerds in the community. So to every single one of you, thank you so much. Like, you guys have absolutely just descended and supported this channel and me in your masses. So again, thank you so much. It's not easy in the UK at the moment to speak out against the government and to speak out against what's going on in this country, or even to discuss what's going on in this country right now. As a lot of you guys know, Keir and his government and the Conservatives as well, they've got a hand in this. is, as far as a lot of us are concerned, curtailing free speech on the internet at the moment and arresting and prosecuting those that are saying hurty words, right? And so, yeah, it's extremely difficult for us to speak out and make our voices known and communicate what we think is going on and how angry we are about it, right? And so initially I was scared to do this channel, but I ended up doing it in the end, and here we are, because just the way the government, essentially, as far as I'm concerned, not only Labour but Conservatives as well, have covered up the rape gangs. That was the final straw. That was the final straw. That was when I was like, no, that's it. I've got some shiz to say, and you know what? I'm going to do a second channel, Political Nerds. I've got a degree. Let's go. Boom. So, yeah, thank you so much to everyone that supported me on this channel. Like I said, it is difficult in this country to speak out and say the things that I'm saying publicly. It really is. But thank you so much for your support. Appreciate it. Oh, David March. Hey up, Ledge. How's it going, mate? Thank you so much for the $5 super chat saying, what do you expect from a bunch of Trotskyites? Here comes the long parliament. Yeah, I know. But again, this petition is extremely important, because either way, it's a trap for Keir Starmer and his cronies. Either they accept the petition and they call for the immediate general election, and at that point they're toast, they're gone. Or they expose themselves as dictators, clinging on to power and denying an emergency general election for the people that are calling it. And this is a thing that will only work if this petition gets into its millions, because then the government is denying millions of people their request for a general election. And when millions of people are saying that they've got no confidence in you and your government, yet you turn around and essentially tell them to piss off, you're going to ignore them, you're going to cling on to power nonetheless, what does that then make them in the end? They expose themselves then as dictators. So either way, this petition, however it pans out, is extremely important, and it's a win-win for us. But only if we get this petition into its millions. That's where it needs to be for this thing to work. Either way. Either way. But hey, up, Ledge, how's it going, mate? Nice to hear from you again. Mutley. And you know what? I've got the Mutley little chuckle in my head right now. The kind of chuckle for this. Only thing that got smashed is his back doors. You guys are the best sense of humor ever. Shiz the freaking bed. Ah! Oh, wow. Oh, Poised Anubis 85 says, good on you, lass, for saying shit how it is. It's smegging wonderful. Thank you. Like I said, unfortunately, it's more difficult for us in the UK to actually let you guys know how bad it is in the UK, because we're getting penalised for it, to the point where police are knocking on our door, arresting us, jailing us, this, that and the other, all because we exercise our right to free speech to criticise the government and what's going on in this country right now. It's insane. It really is. I can't believe I'm living in the UK, and essentially we are now the Western equivalent, as far as I'm concerned, of freaking North Korea. Yeah. I said it. And I ain't going to retract that. Not a freaking chance. Serpent Blood has signed. Nice one. Who else has signed the petition, guys? Billy Busby has signed. Thank you very much. Revolution has arrived, says, best game ever. You ain't getting any arguments from me. This is my most favourite game in the whole wide world. I've got so many good memories from this game, from my childhood. Oh, Scott Linen, thank you so much for the €2 super chat, saying the government has sold its soul. Yeah. This is the thing, follow the money. Who's making bank out of all of this? Who's making bank out of all of this? And what has that got to do with the current government? And the previous one as well. Because again, the Conservatives, for all their bufter, right, will turn around and say, what's going on is wrong. Labour's taken us in the wrong direction, this, that, and the other, blah, 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 blah. Well, who set us off in this direction in the first place? The Conservatives, because let's not forget, they were in power for 13 freaking years. All that Labour's done in the last year they've been in power is freaking super speed the whole lot to where we are now. The government was still in power now, would still be on this path. We would. I firmly believe that. I don't trust either of them. Do you? I don't trust the Conservatives. I don't trust Labour. I don't even trust Reform anymore. They've turned out to be a freaking joke. Instead, Rupert Lowe's Restore Britain and Ben Habib's Advance UK. Now, that's a movement and a party I'm certainly looking at getting behind on. Restore UK for definite. Advance UK, I need to read a little bit more into them before I either publicly endorse them or not. But so far, so good from what I'm reading. Let's put it that way. Just to let you guys know as well, anyone that sends a super chat sticker, your chats are guaranteed to be read out. Anyone else, I'll just pick and choose what sticks out to me, but your chats are not guaranteed to be read. So do bear that in mind. And if any of you guys do want to support what I'm doing here at Political Nerds, you can do so in a variety of ways. The biggest one is subscribe to me on this channel or follow me at StephAlternerd if you're watching on X. Like this live stream, comment, and if you can, of course, you can send a few super chats my way to help out. Only if you can, of course, because this is what I do full time. I'm a full-time YouTuber. It's what pays the bills and allows me to provide you this content on a daily basis and give you the information that I think you guys need to know. It's as simple as that. So thank you so much to everyone that's been able to support me in any which way that you guys can. Really, really do appreciate it. So thank you. Now, this is a really, really cool quote from Thomas Jefferson. If a law is unjust, a man is not only right to disobey it, he's obligated to do so. Yeah. Maybe. Maybe. So it's definitely a different and interesting perspective. George Orwell. Oh, anyone gets my art when they quote George Orwell. No one can get up much enthusiasm for a government which puts you in jail if you open your mouth. Pretty much. Pretty much. Billy Busby says, Rachel from Accounts wants a sub. Can anyone spare a tenner? She'll be asking for more than a tenner in the next budget. Mark my words, she is going to be putting up more taxes, squeezing us even more to offset the loss of all the rich people who have essentially jumped ship and moved elsewhere to another country because of her disastrous policies. Mark my words. We are in for some more financial pain with Rachel from Accounts. How she hasn't been freaking sacked by now is anyone's guess. Which actually begs the question, what has she got on Keir Starmer? And I'm just asking for a friend here. Because anyone else that incompetent would have been shown the door by now, but she's not. Why? And it's not that she's freaking good at her job, because she really isn't. She really, really ain't. That's just taking the piss, whoever's saying that. There we go. Ledge says, going through some work changes, freeing up a lot of time. Hey, that sounds promising, mate. Okay, let's go. Oh, Kath Edmondson, thank you so much for the £4.99 super chat saying I've signed. Yes! Who else has signed as well? Who else has signed as well? Oh, mic drop Lisa, thank you so much for the £5 super chat saying help us to try and force an emergency general election. We really need it. Yeah, we do. We really need this general election. We really, really, really do. Mic drop Lisa, thank you so much for sharing it. Appreciate your face, love. Sarah Arben, thank you so much for the £1.99 super chat. Appreciate it. Scott Lynon, thank you so much for the €5 super chat saying Ben Habib must have a secret hidden motive. As a man of Pakistani heritage, why would he want to stop his brothers on the boats? This is a thing, okay? Not everyone that is of Pakistani heritage, Indian heritage, Iraqi heritage, Afghanistan heritage, Sri Lankan heritage, or wherever, right, where they're coming from. Not everyone in this country that has that heritage agrees with the illegal immigration. Some of them want it stopped as well. Some of them are on our side in this case, right? Ben Habib, I truly believe, more and more, he's on our side. So there we go. Motley! Motley again. I love it. I love it. I feel the same way about Advance and Restore. Just wish Restore was a party. Well, firstly, thank you so much for the very, very generous £20 super chat. Very, very kind of you. And secondly, do you know what? Rupert Lowe played an absolute blinder. And setting up Restore UK as a political movement rather than a party. Why am I saying that? Because what he's doing is he is bringing the most important issues to the government, and then through his movement, getting MPs from different areas of the political divide, Conservatives, Labour, Green, wherever, right? All together to support the issue that Restore UK is pushing. That's smart. Extremely smart. And a chess move, a master chess move there as far as I'm concerned. I'm sure, given all the research I'm doing at the moment and reading about Advance UK, that Rupert Lowe would most likely potentially align himself more with that party, more than any other party. Maybe even one day might turn from independent MP to Advance UK MP. But at the moment, going back to the beginning of my answer, I actually think it was a really, really good and very clever and astute political move for him to create Restore UK as a political movement rather than a party. I really, really do. Very, very clever of him. Motley, thank you so much again for that very generous £20 super chat. Appreciate your face there, mate. Craig Mawson, Steph, thank you for your awesome videos and live streams on both your channels. Well, thank you so much for supporting both my channels. Very, very kind of you, Craig. Thank you so much. RB has just signed. Woo-woo! Woke Schmoke. I assume you've just signed because you just said me as well. Yes, and I love your name, Woke Schmoke. Very, 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 very clever and funny. The Ledge saying, also waiting for Kobo to finish uploading my book. Oh, which book you reading, mate? Let me know. The Douglas of Murray has says, I signed the petition. Let us wait for the removal of up the rear, Keir. That's such a cool nickname for him. Up the rear. Allegedly, Keir. Yes! Rob Fox says, signed and shared. Yes. Mic drop Lisa says, I signed earlier in the stream. Wouldn't expect anything less from you, hon. Christopher Parks. Krista says, hi, Steph. Hey up, Christopher. How's it going, mate? How's it going? Right. Shall we kill some more political monsters whilst we're here? Before I go? Let's do it. Let's get it done, eh? Way up. I don't want to be going into the water, though, do I? There we are. Turn on some of this. There we go. Maybe you might be able to hear some of the Zelda theme tune in the background. Ooh. Dude, what? Reg, you've written a book? Dude, what's it about? Can I get an advance copy? Hey, if you don't ask, you don't get, right, mate? Okay. Now, let's show the guard the letter and then go back to Hyrule, get the metal shield, and then destroy some political monsters on Death Mountain. Why not? Why not? Here we go. Brian Lattick says, hi, I just found your stream. Hey up, Brian. Welcome to Political Nerds and my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Just to let you know, this is a Streamathon. This is me just essentially letting you guys know that there's a very important petition at the moment that's out. That's calling for an emergency general election for the UK. So if you believe that an emergency general election needs to be called for, sign the petition and then share it afterwards, because either way we win. There's two outcomes to this, essentially. Either A, they call for the emergency general election, or B, they ignore the petition and worse still, take it down and ban it. Now, if they ignore the petition, take it down or even ban it, right? That's still a win for us, because it means that the government is ignoring the voice of the people, essentially turning around and saying that we have no confidence in Keir Starmer and the Labour government anymore and that we want it changed. At that point, them ignoring that and the will of the people and them then clinging on to power in spite of the people turning around and saying we don't want you in power anymore, well, that means that they are only then one thing: dictators. Thing is, though, that is only going to be extremely effective if this petition is signed in the millions. Because then at that point, instead of the government ignoring hundreds of thousands of people, which is quite significant in itself, don't get me wrong, in comparison, they'd be ignoring millions of people. See where I'm coming from? So this is only going to work if we sign this petition in our millions. And the only way that this petition is going to be signed in its millions is if we all do our bit. If you believe in an emergency general election, that's what I'll say. We all do our bit by sharing this petition far and wide, by promoting it far and wide. Because then it's a win-win for us either way. Do you see where I'm coming from there? Now, it's a little bit Machiavellian, but hey, fight fire with fire, right? Yay! Ledge says, yes, I'll send you a reader's copy in PDF. Booyah! Appreciate it, mate. Will it be available on Amazon on Kindle? Because I have the Kindle and I absolutely love that thing. Davi Alba says, hey, what you playing? Zelda in Switch? Yeah. My favourite game in the whole wide world, Zelda Ocarina of Time on the Switch. Hell yeah. Oh yeah. Crag says, Steph, do you know what's happening with Corbyn's granddad party? No, and I really don't give a shit about it either. It's the same lefty BS. It's basically Labour, but on freaking steroids, really, at that point. They're more bothered about what's going on in other countries instead of, you know, saving our own at this point, as far as I'm concerned. So, him and his party can go straight to hell. They're not fighting for the British public at all, as far as I'm concerned. All right. So let's go back to Hyrule Market and upgrade our shield to a metal one. Yay! Marion Walker has signed and shared. Woo-woo! Brian Latix is asking, how do I find the petition? Well, if you're watching on YouTube live or on the replay, the link is in the description bar below. For you live watchers out there, it's also linked at the top of the live chat. And if you're watching on X, I did put the link in the live chat there. So there you are. Mental Failure says, personally, I don't really... Oh, damn it. Personally, I don't really like this game. But then again, I did grow up with only a PS2. Well, fair play. Each to their own. I actually had a PS2 as well. The Slimline PS2 version, which I really, really liked. I used to play Silmeria Valkyrie Profile 2. That was such an awesome game. I absolutely loved that. I also used to love playing all the Burnout series, the games on that. The best thing about the Burnout series is that the worse you play, the better. So when you crash, you get points, and when you ding other cars, you get points. It's such a freaking cool game, Burnout. I absolutely love it. That was, I think, probably my most favourite series on the PS2 was the Burnout series. Absolutely loved it. Now, there is a Burnout game that's available on PC, which is Burnout Remastered. But I'm not really much of a fan of that one. I mean, I do like it, don't get me wrong, but it's just like an open world game where you get a car and you just basically drive around LA and whatnot and race other cars and maybe didn't into other cars, but it's not like a proper race or anything like that. It's very open world. You just go wherever you want, which some people, they like it, me, not so much. So, yeah, there you go. Ojo says, I still have the PS2. I do too. I do too. Where I used to live, I had all my games in the attic, and there was a flood, and there was severe rain, a really, really bad storm, and it damaged the roof to the point where the rain then came in and it flooded out the attic, and so all my games pretty much got ruined. Yeah, so I had to get a brand new brand new PS2, secondhand PS2 at that point. Not brand new anymore, is there? And I've got Britney, the dance game that I used to love when I was younger, and I used to play it before my brother decided that he was going to sell that game and the dance mat as well. Yeah, so I get to now replay my favourite childhood memories on my PS2 by playing the Britney dance mat game thing. It's so much fun. So yeah. All right, let's go to this shop. I need to get the metal shield. What I think. Ah, damn it! I need 80 rupees. Ah. There we go. Should be some in here. Probably not. There we are. Yeah. I think that was just a waste of time going down that back alley. And there's nothing in there after all. Brilliant! There's a couple of rupees there. All right. Go back and scrounge for some more moolah. Snork Y2K, thank you so much for the $2 super chat saying Epping Forest has over 560 signatures. Where's the link for that? Oh, dude. I remember, right? The NES, the Nintendo Entertainment System, right? That came out in the 80s. The one before the Super Nintendo. And it came in those cartridges, the games. And oh my goodness, my brother and I, in the end, we would blow the absolute shiz out of those cartridges, quite literally, because those cartridges would kind of, in the end, like have trouble playing because of like the dust that would get into the cartridge. And so you'd blow into the cartridge to get the dust out so that the game would play. Yeah, we did that a lot. We did that a lot. See, can we get any moolah here? Oh, more Deku seeds. We'll have that. Oh, yeah. Let's do this little bit of a side quest here, all right? Oh, come on. The majority of these things don't have anything in them. Piss take. Right. Oh, no, not that. Let's go back there. Go here. Wow, we're nearing to 156,000 signatures, guys. Keep it going, keep it going. Muttley, if in doubt, give it a clout. Yes! Yes! Love it! Ojo says, my girlfriend had a NES. She used to have to smack it to get it to work. Oh, I remember those good old days. Actually, the NES was the first ever home system computer game system that I ever encountered. The first game I ever encountered computer game was on the PC, the Micro Machines that I was talking about earlier on. But in my own home, an actual like dedicated game system, it was the NES. That was my first ever one. And I remember it coming into house, and my biological father, he was in the living room, and he was playing it, and it was Super Mario 3 that he was playing. My brother and I just sat in front of the TV, and we were just enthralled by it. And yeah, my biological father's not really the nicest guy in the whole wide world, and he hogged. We had a couple of goals, but he had the majority of the goals. And yeah, there you go. But anyway, now I get to play all the games I want, to my heart's content. And yeah, biological father be damned. There we go. There you are, you little shit. Get you. Oh, hey. No, 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 no. You're not going to hump me. No, no, no. If you go near those monsters, they end up like jumping on you and humping the shit out of you. Someone at Nintendo, like, had a really interesting sense of humor. Muttley says the N64 was good times for the split screen. I mean, think of GoldenEye. GoldenEye is an absolute, like, tour de force, right? Just like Zelda Ocarina of Time. GoldenEye is a classic game, one of the best games ever, right? However, I can't play it because it's first person. And again, it gives me headaches and dizziness and eye strain for some reason, unfortunately. So I can't really enjoy GoldenEye at all. Another game that gives me that issue, but is in third person player mode, is Super Mario 64. For some reason, that does me in as well. The same way with the eye strain and the headaches and the whole lot. Not too sure as to why. So there we go. It is what it is. Hey, the triggered Christian has signed it. Yes, get in. Dave McMahon says, over 20,000 signatures since the start of your stream, Steph. Now, I can't claim all of them. And I wouldn't be so egotistical to do that as well either, you know what I mean? But yeah, pretty cool that the petition has jumped up 20k since we started streaming a couple of hours ago. Let's keep it going, guys. I know where all the hidden dungeons are. Well, hey. Peter Smith says, I'm a bit shocked, Steph, because it sounds like we're similar age, but you look late 20s, early 30s, honest. Oh, well, firstly, thank you very much for the compliment. Secondly, I was born in 1986. I'm 39 years old this year, coming up to 40 next year. But, you know, this isn't me flexing, it just is what it is. But a lot of people think I'm younger than I actually am. Which will do for me. Thank you very much. All right, we don't need to go to Hyrule Village anymore because we've got the metal shield that's going to help us in a moment. Instead, though, what we're going to do next is, before we even get to the mountain, actually, I keep forgetting, we need to go back to his home village, and we're going to go into the Lost Forest. Yeah. Oh, way up! Let's just dodge the Rachels right now. Dodge the Rachels! Here we go, here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Joe's like, you can get the shield for free in that graveyard. Sorted, mate! Alright, nope, 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 nope. Bugger off, Rachel's. Dude, I remember Silent Hill. Anyone would remember Silent Hill on the PS. Yeah, totally. Control Alt Random says, my sister's cooking gives me a headache and eye strain. Oh, you guys are freaking hilarious, I tell you. Gareth Rose says, so you're a Nintendo junkie then? Generally speaking, yes. Yeah. But I'm a little bit of a Sega junkie because I do like Sonic the Hedgehog. And I'm a little bit of a PlayStation junkie. Because I do like the Burnout series on there. But predominantly, I am a Nintendo junkie, yeah. If I had to choose just one console, it would be Nintendo. Now, the Nintendo Switch 2 has come out. But I'm not getting it right now because there's not really enough games that's released at the moment that justifies getting the 2. Do you know what I mean? Okay, oh, here we go. Freaking owl again. Dude. Control All Random says, Steph looks 28. Thank you! I'm actually 10 years old and nearly 11. I'll do for me. My Drop Lisa says, Steph, but your top traumatizes me. Look, I wear it better than Megsy, okay? We're Gucci. Don't worry, lass. Psychedelic _ time traveler 86 says, I just signed the petition and ooh, Zelda. There you go. There you go. This is a little bit of a streamathon to promote this petition and let you know that it exists so you guys can choose whether to sign it or not. And if you do sign it, share it far and wide as well. Let's get everyone to sign it where possible, of course. There we go. There. Let's see if there's anything in here. Ooh, a rupee. Yay. Yes. Oh, right, this is where I'm looking at. Let's get that on. There you go. Here we are. What should we name this political monster? Guys, in the chat right now, who should we name this as a political monster, right? The best one wins. Who am I defeating right now? Let me know in the live chat. And of course, it's only a joke, whoever we name it after. It's not to incite violence in any way, shape or form to anyone. It's just jokes, okay? Well, we've got some Sadiq coming up, so let's go. Oh. Got the wrong shield on. No! It's the shield that. Here we go. There we go. Give me some hearts. Ruper's will do instead. Fair enough. How to play Zelda of Ocarina of Time badly. Come on. Off up. Yeah, Deku Nut. Yay. I need hearts. I was stupid and didn't have the right freaking shield on me. Here we go. Now I need Saria's song. Oh my goodness, Sarah Arbin says Earthworm Jim on PC. Dude, I remember playing that in like the late 90s with my brother on the PC. So cool, that one. Earthworm Jim, he's such a funny guy. Earthworm Jim, you've got to see him fly. Earthworm, 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 Jim, Jim, Jim. Yeah, I even remember the theme tune. That's how much of a nerd I am. I know. I would love to play the ocarina with you. I'm going to learn a tune that's going to get someone out of depression. Quite literally, it's part of the storyline. Head of the Gorons is feeling a little bit blue. I play this song, all of a sudden he dance like a loon. You'll see in a minute. It's like one of my favourite moments in this game. Da-da-da-da. promise I won't forget the song. Until I'm done with it, and then I'll forget it. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Not even a little rupee. Tight git. Alright, let's get up here. Yay! Pink fairies. And cool. Replenish my hearts that I stupidly lost because I literally had the wrong shield on for some reason. Here we go. Na 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 na. Oh, here we go. Freaking that owl again. And that owl, this owl literally pops up right to the freaking end of this game. Dude. When Nintendo finally remaster this, for what we're calling for, because, oh my goodness, the things that people are doing on Unreal Engine, remastering this game is absolutely insanely amazing. I want Nintendo to do that. I want Nintendo to do the same thing. So hopefully in the future, if they do that, you know, take this kind of little bit of feedback, give us the option, right, to not have to listen to all this bump, right, that we can just exit it straight away and carry on and crack on with the game. Please, please. Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, I don't need to hear what you said again. Wow, we're at 159,000 signatures, guys. Keep it going. Aw. Douglas of Murray. Well, I need to say my farewells. Have a good night, everyone. And Steph, your intelligence is only second to your beauty. Well, that's very kind of you to say. But thank you so much for tuning in, mate. And, yeah. Good night. Have a good day and all that jazz. And I'll see you another time. Gina Rogers says, Sega was great, Steph. I love Tetris. Oh my goodness. I used to play that on the Game Boy like all the time. I used to clock that thing so many times on Tetris. It was unreal. Now I couldn't clock it for shiz because I'm older and my reflexes are a little bit slower as a result. What happens when you get old, guys? But yeah, back in the day, yeah, I clocked Tetris every single time. It was so much fun. Oh my goodness. Right. Freaking Rachel's, piss off, you cowbags. Not be bothered with you. There we go. Let's now go to Death Mountain. For like an hour of wandering around doing side quests. That is required for Death Mountain, to be fair, anywho. Na 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 na. Yeah, I literally hum along to this music even when I'm playing without, like, you guys watching. Like, yeah, I just get into my little happy zone and play this game. It's so much fun. All right, let's change to the right shield now. There we go. Oh my goodness. Right. So your reactions are coming through as to what we shall name that werewolf monster, right? That I just destroyed. Muttley's like Ed Miliband. The Laminator! Ledge. David Blunkett. Enoch Powell. Rob Fox is like, it's gotta be Lammy. Do you know what? I'm gonna go with my Ledge here. The Ledge himself, the Laminator. Yeah. Yeah, we just destroyed the Laminator, guys. Yes. And just to, you know, for the disclaimer, of course, renaming these monsters after any political person or linked with any political person is not me endorsing in any way, shape or form any violence towards them. That's abhorrent, absolutely reprehensible and freaking illegal. I'm just renaming these monsters after your most hated politicians in the country right now because it's just funny. It's just jokes. That's all it is, okay? So there we go. Right. Let's just avoid these spiders because I just really can't be bothered even facing them. I can kill them in one shot, but meh. I know how to freaking dodge them, so we dodge them. Just like we dodge the government's attempts to try and muzzle us and silence us and take away our free speech. They can get effed as far as I'm concerned. Here we go. And we've just reached on the petition a whopping 160,000 signatures, guys. Keep it going. Nicely played, you guys. Nicely played. Right. Now, let's play... Oh, no, not that. The ocarina. Da-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na. Now, this dude... He is the embodiment of the British public right now. And he's sad. However, when we play Saria's song, all of a sudden he's happy again. Just like we'll be happy if this petition works and we get an emergency general election. Ta-da! I think we'd all be dancing like the King of the Gorons right now, right? This is one of my favourite moments in the game. Look how happy he is, and the expression's like, yeah. And I'll be like, yeah, if we get a general election called tomorrow, for damn certain. Yeah! Look at that dude move! Yeah, and just like that, when they call an emergency general election, we're going to be much happier. I believe that for certain. We're going to be much happier. Labour should just exit the arena at that point and be like, yeah, we're not going to throw our hat into the ring. We quit. We know. We know we're going to lose big time. Yes, I want the spiritual stone of fire. Give me it now. But obviously you're not. You got to hold it hostage until I do something for you. Which is destroy the monsters in Dodongo Cave. There we go. Damn right you'll be giving me the spiritual stone once I've destroyed the monsters in there. Goron's bracelet! Yay! Now I can bomb monsters. Not bum, bomb. I know that my Yorkshire accent sometimes can sound a little dodgy, I know, okay? But monsters are not my type, guys. We don't bum the monsters, we bomb them. We destroy monsters, okay? Got a deco stick out of that, alright. Okay. Let's get going out of here and let's get to the second dungeon finally. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, Alex B, I don't trust Farage either. I really don't. I really, and I'm not ashamed to admit it, I drunk the Reform UK Kool-Aid to the point where I actually joined as a member. But yeah, it's, yeah, as time has passed. Yeah, Farage essentially, as far as I'm concerned, has proven himself not to be anti-establishment, but be part of the establishment. And it's as simple as that. The way that he and the party treated Rupert Lowe. And then, you know, Suella Braverman and her husband and countless others. Yeah, no. And then this whole kind of confusion as to whether Reform UK supports us women and women-only spaces or not. Like, what the frick? There's only one answer to that. As per, you know, the highest court of the freaking land turned round and said, women are women, men are men. Based on biology and science, right? You've got a dick, you're a man. You've got a fanny, you're a woman. It's as simple as that, right? Really, down to brass tacks, right? And now there's this whole kind of confusion as to whether Reform supports women-only spaces or not. They're all over the place. They don't have a freaking clue. So, yeah, I really don't trust them. Time goes past and, yeah, I'm more and more anti-Reform UK. They're not going to reform shit as far as I'm concerned. Just like they can't even open a door even when they've got a bomb like me. What the hell am I doing? Much better. Oh, dude. Streets of Rage? That's like one of the last games I played on the NES. Like the actual NES system. So, like one of the last games I played on that thing. It was so cool. Sorry, I just have to check my phone for a moment, guys. Give me a moment. There we go. Okay. Just pop that there. There we go. Ta-da. hopefully it gets it. Hey, yes. Okay. Hopefully. Woo! 2 for 2. Get in, lass. Let's go. Wow, 161,500 signatures. Keep it going, guys. Come on, piss off, dude. The hell? There we go. More here. Here we go. Oh, come on. Still all 3 of you. Piss off. Come on, dudes. Okay, 2. Still 3 of them. Okay, 2 left. 1 left. Come on, piss off you cowbag now. Here we go. There we are. Okay, we are. Hey. All right, here we are. Which one's gonna go for me first? Here we are. There we go. Now I'm getting you. Now these creatures kind of look like David Lammy, don't you think that, guys? I don't know. Got that kind of like smug look on them. Alright, where's the other mofo? Ah, here we go. I remember like the first couple of times my brother and I played it and we got onto this section, we would die so many times because we forgot to essentially block like I'm doing now. We just hash and slash for our lives. Never worked until we kind of figured out that we needed to protect ourselves at the same time, which is what I'm doing now. There we go. Woo! Woo! Hearts restored. Wow, over 162,000 signatures, guys. This thing's blowing up. Let's go. We need to get it to millions. Only way this thing's going to work. I know there's a cheeky little one. There we go. See you little shit. Okay, and there's one down here we know of. Here we go. Balls. Bye-bye! Alright. Now, let's light these lanterns so we can unlock the next door, guys. No, I don't need the ocarina. No, stop. I need a Deku stick. There we go. Aww. Psychedelic_time traveler 86 saying, I've been watching your channel for a while now. About time I subbed. Yeah, it's about time you subbed. Absolutely. For anyone that's watching and hasn't subscribed, please consider subscribing. Support me here on Political Nerds. As, you know, I tell you guys, as far as I'm concerned, what's going on in the UK. That Keir Starmer does not want you to know. Let's put it that way, guys. So, yeah, if you want to support me in that, subscribe to me today. Subscribe to Political Nerds, watch my videos, share them, all that jazz. And yeah, let's fight back against Keir Starmer and his Stasi government as far as I'm concerned. So there we go. Okay, here we go. Yeah, Ramp Tramp 800 says, I drank the Reform UK Kool-Aid, then immediately threw it up when they tried to bury Rupert Law. Yeah, it was as soon as they did that it was like, oh my goodness. Shiz the freaking bed, right? Yeah. Because Rupert Law, when he was part of Reform UK, was like their strongest MP, their most popular MP, their most loved. They proper shot themselves in the foot when they screwed him over, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, it's not done the right... Oh, yeah, it has, actually. I didn't think I centralised it correctly, but I did. Yay. Wow, we've just reached 163,000 signatures. Keep it going, guys. Keep signing it. Keep sharing it. Of course, I'm not taking credit for every single one of them. Not a freaking chance. But, yeah, I'm doing my bit to make you guys aware of this petition. And if you agree with it, sign it and then share the hell out of it. So there we go. Yes. And oh, there we go. Save it in slowly. This is like one of the trickier parts of the game that we're going to get into right now. A little side dungeon situation going on. I think I can just open it without a freaking bomb. Stuff. There we go. Damn it. I think his blast got me a little bit. But we get a little treat instead for killing that monster. Yes! Liblab Con Hater says, I could listen to you all day, Steph. I could too. Again, I'm gonna agree with you. I'm not gonna disagree. But hey, if anyone else could listen to me all day, subscribe to the channel. Bad Boy Jewelry Shop says, go for it, Yorkshire girl. Appreciate it, Bad Boy. Thank you so much. Thank you very much for the generous £4.99 super chat as well. Very, very kind of you, mate. Thank you very much. If anyone else here supports what I do and is able to do so, of course, then consider sending some super chats my way. Helps me continue to make this content and give you guys a little bit of the lowdown of what's really going on as far as I'm concerned in the UK. Got it. There's another one. Another little shit find somewhere. There we go. Itchy nose. Ah. Move you. Woo! Yeah. You can get near me. You ain't gonna beat me. Aw, Dan. Hey, Steph, you got my sub. Thank you. Loving your content. Let's get more signatures and make the UK great again, everyone. Yes, let's do it. Okay. I know. I need to be careful. Because there's things that want to slice my feet off. I know. Yay! Ah, balls. Try to be clever there. Try that again. Yay! Nope. Nope. There we go. Onto that platform there. Yep. Then we gotta get... Oh, wait. Yeah. This is the bit where I now take a zillion turns to bomb that door open, basically. Yes! Well, famous last words. It only took me 2 tries. Get in! Here we go again. Oh, come on, dude. All right, we've got the green lizards again. There we go. Now it's getting better. Whoa. Okay, dude's having a bit of a spaz attack. Okay, we'll leave you there. Whoa. Never seen that happen before. To be a bit of a glitch in the game there. Never seen that. Is dude on something? Alright. Come on then, over you come. Wow, this dude is as well. Look at his happy feet go. Well, hey. Alright, let's go then. Think here we're getting the bomb bag. The bomb, as in B-O-M-B, not bum. Bomb bag, all right? Those that might think I'm sounding a bit Yorkshire dodgy, all right? I told you, bomb bag. Oh, Craig says, Steph, my daughter loves your videos. Hey! Appreciate that. Cheers, Craig's daughter. Now, because I've got the bomb bag now, I can do this. There we go, and let's do the other eye as well. Now, a little bit of a shortcut to get down. Well, yeah. That wasn't really the shortcut I was going for. I wanted to slide off the big, massive skeleton head, but yeah, we'll make do with that instead, all right? Yes! Hey! My life's been fully restored! Woo-woo! Way, we're just past 165,000 signatures. Keep it going, guys. Okay. DDRC says, are you playing this on a PC or an old console, Steph? Actually, a little bit of both. I've got my Nintendo Switch plugged in to my PC, and yeah, that allows me then to stream it to you guys, if that makes sense. So yeah, actually a little bit of both. Just a little bit of both, guys. All right. Let's just create a suspend point there. And let's defeat the big massive monster for this dungeon. Shall we call this one what? Let's call this one Angela Rayner. She's got a big gob just like this monster right here. And again, me renaming this monster Angela Rayner does not in any way, shape or form is it me endorsing any violence whatsoever to any politician. I'm just renaming this monster Angela Rayner just for jokes. That's all it is. Any violence towards any politician is abhorrent and illegal. It's as simple as that. Okay. Damn it. Angela's currently beating me at the moment. Ah, balls. Really beating me. What the hell? Usually I will have killed this monster by now. There we go. Now let's get me acting into gear. Angela's pretty difficult to beat right now. What the frick is going on? There we go. Now you can shut up. As I slay you! Oh, come on. Ah, balls. Where's he going? No! Damn it! Oh, come on! I'm usually better at playing this game, I promise, guys. There we go. Need one more. Before we get there, General Scott. Hey up, General. How's it going, mate? Thank you so much for joining and becoming a political warrior. Appreciate your face, mate. How's it going? Long time no see. There we go. Death blow! Woo-woo! And we have just defeated Angela Rayner. Ta-da! Oh, General, thank you so much for gifting a Political Nerd membership to one Political Nerd out there. Appreciate your face, mate. Thank you so much. My goodness. Might drop Lisa. Thank you so much for the £2 super chat saying, Steph, General Scott needs wrench. Do you know what? Yeah, he does, doesn't he? Let me wrench you, General. And the General has now been wrenched. There you go, mate. Oh, Stacey Needham, thank you so much for the £2 super chat saying, just got here, signed the petition, Starmer out. Way! Let's get it done, guys! Aw. General, thank you so much for the $2 sugar bucks and my favourite, the Ginger Doggy Fine Arts moment. I know which one you sent. I know, mate. Thank you so much, General. Nigel Forster says, I'm glad you're here, Steph. Do you know what? You're not going to get any arguments from me. I'm glad I'm here too. I really am. General says work schedule has been crazy. Fair play, mate. Fair play. I don't care about being brothers. Just give me the damn stone. Hey, Jacqueline Teal has just signed the petition as well. Get in with your bad sen. Guys, we're at 43,217 political nerds in the community at the moment. Absolutely insane. We are well on our way to 44,000 political nerds in the community. So thank you so much to everyone that has subscribed to this channel, whether it's before or today in this live stream. Thank you so much for all your support. Absolutely amazing. Thank you. Shall we go see the fairy before we go? Let's go see the fairy before we go. The great fairy of the mountain. Let's do it. Of course I did great. I destroyed all the monsters in the cave and now you can eat again. In the cave. And all I got for my efforts was a lousy jewel. Alright, now we can get up here, and these boulders aren't going to be in the way for much longer because, yeah, we've got bombs! Bombs away! Yeah! Of course, General! Promote me other channel. Not a problem. For those that don't know, I've got a second channel, Steph the Alternerd. It's all about royal news, specifically Hazard and Megsy. If you're interested in that, by all means, head on over to my second channel, Steph the Alternerd, and we'll have even more fun over there, you know? If you think I'm opinionated here, oh, you know nothing yet, guys. Nothing yet. Okay. Now this, I've got to time just right. Ah! You see? Like that. Or not like that, anywho. Oh, come on! There we go. But first, you do not succeed. Try, and try again after being blown up like a zillion freaking times. But, you know. Who's counting, right? Yay! Psychedelic time travel 86. Hold on, Steph. I'm going to provide air cover. Bombs away! Yes! Control Alt Random says about to subscribe. Yes! Nice one, mate. Thank you. Okay, am I... Where am I now? Yeah. We're exactly where we need to be. Got a little bit disorientated there. All right. This is a bit of a pain in the ass moment. Gonna be one more. No. Famous freaking last words. There's gonna be one more. No, there's gonna be one more now. Ah, crap. Ah. This is how not to play this game, okay, guys? Oh, no. Gotcha. Pretty handy with a slingshot. Let's go see the Great Fairy, right, guys? Psychedelic time travel at 86. Have you done Zelda on a speedrun yet? No. And to be fair, there's an actual glitch in Zelda Ocarina of Time where you can get to literally the last boss battle to defeat Ganondorf. When you... stop that and do that again. So when you get onto Hyrule Field for the first time, it's either before or just after you see the owl for the first time. You do like backflips like a couple of times. Apparently that's like a glitch. There's a glitch in the game where it then just transports you to literally the last boss level, the last boss fight, or something along those lines. So I could technically do a speedrun and do that, but nah. I prefer just playing it in my own time and just enjoying it every single time I do it. Yeah, there you go. Stacey Needham. Yeah, you can warp to Ganon and beat him within 20 minutes of starting. Yeah. That's how you do it. And so, to be fair, speedruns, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, I don't really take much notice of them. Because some of them cheat, in a way, and use those glitches to get through straight away to the last level kind of situation. Hey, signatures are now past 168,000. Let's get this emergency general election called. Or if not, trap them with them ignoring the petition and maybe taking it down and banning it, exposing them then as the dictators that they actually are. There we go. Way! Now this is a cool little moment. This is another one of my favourite moments in this game, where we hop onto the owl and we get a ride back down. Look at this. This is so cool. The only time I enjoy this owl in this game. Well, hey. Ooh, I remember the hook shot. Go back to the graveyard. Side quest I believe I should be doing right now. Dean Evans, I love this. That's why Brits love their video games, to escape Starmerism. Yeah. Yeah. Sounds about right. Okay. Actually, I know what to do. Here we go. There's the tune. Sun back. Okay. Now, because I've got the bombs, I should be able to open up this. There we go. Okay. The other one. Yeah. Yeah. Ignore. Must be thinking about getting the hook shop when I'm adult Link, not when I'm kiddie Link. Oh well, fair enough. Oh no, that's Savia's song. Damn it! Nope, 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 nope. I don't need Savia. Nope. Nope. Yeah. Nope. I definitely don't want to talk to you. There we go! That's what I needed. The Sun song. There we go. Wow, we just passed 169,000 signatures on the petition. Let's get it going. Yay, magic jar! Ugh, the owl's there again. Soft, dude. Don't need to hear what you got there, but anyway. Blah. Come on, chicky chick. Yes. Get to Zora's domain, guys. Open sesame! Woo! In we get. Yeah, I'll play. Ah, balls. There we go. One last one, and then I'll get the silver scale, which means I can dive even deeper. Woo-hoo! Let's go. Yeah, you do have something nice for me. Let's go. All right. Then in a minute, we are going to introduce you to Lake Hylia. Mm-hmm. Gimme, 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 gimme! Da-da-da-da. So cool. All right. Here we go, Lake Hylia. Here we come. Okay, where's that bottle? There it is. Damn it. Hopefully that'll help. There we go. Come on now. Here we are. Okay, that's the water temple. Can't dive that deep right now, but we can get back to Zora's domain. And then you guys get to see my third favourite moment in Zelda Ocarina of Time. Now, let's... Yeah, it's possible. Lord Jabu Jabu and a little bit Lord Nutso Nutso. Now, here we go. My third favourite moment from Zelda Ocarina of Time, and it's this. You hear that? Oh, it just this moment always cracks me up. I just think it is hilarious. Oh, yeah, this game will never get old for me at all. At all. Nintendo, get your shit together and remaster this on Unreal Engine like shiz the freaking bed. You know what I mean? Okay, I need a fishy. There we go. Now let's get back to the big fishy. One that ate Princess Ruto. They thought for some reason that Princess Ruto was very, very tasty. Who knew? It was actually a moaning shizbag from hell, really, at the end of the day. And for those familiar with my second channel, yeah, very accurate representation, I would say, of Megsy. Okay. Lava's fountain. In we go. Okay. Right. On that bombshell, guys, I've been on now for nearly 4 hours. I'm done. I'm done at this point. I really, really am. It's now 10:15. Time flies when you're having fun, right, guys? But oh my goodness, in terms of the count, oh, sorry, let me just move that there. There we go. Go back here. Yeah. So, guys, in terms of the petition count, we are now at 171,139 signatures on the petition. My goodness. It's gone up, hasn't it, guys? But please continue to share the link, sign it if you agree with it, because to me, this is the best chance we've got yet for getting rid of Labour and two-tier Keir. They've essentially got two options. They either go ahead, listen to the people, and call an immediate emergency general election, or they don't. And if they don't, then they're exposing themselves as dictators because they're ignoring, quite literally, the voice of the people right now. This will only work, though, as far as I'm concerned, if this petition is in its millions. Because then they're ignoring millions of people that are essentially turning around and saying, we have no confidence in you or your government whatsoever, and we need a change of leadership at this point. If they ignore millions of people asking for an emergency general election, what are they then doing? They're then clinging on to power without the consensus of the people. At that point, what does that make them? Dictators. So it's a win-win either way when it comes to this petition. But again, this is only going to work, as far as I'm concerned, if this is signed in its millions. So guys, if you do agree that an emergency general election needs to take place, then by all means consider signing this petition. And if you do sign it, share the frick out of it as well. Thank you so much to everyone. My goodness, everyone that supported this live stream, this petition, this channel, that's liked, that's subscribed, that's kept me company in the live chat. A special thank you to everyone that's been able to send a few super chats my way to help support my work that I'm doing on this second channel. I appreciate every single one of you. But yeah, with that being said, I need to have something to eat and then go to bed. So enjoy the rest of your day, wherever you are in the world. And until the next time, you guys, laters.